Welcome to TikToks.
This is where we try to navigate life by styling our minds one candid conversation at a time. I'm Jilly.
My name's Dave. You can now listen to us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, or wherever you get your podcasts from. May manok na tumilaok.
Thanks for listening.
So, hi everyone. Again, this is our third episode for our podcast. And again, I'm Dave. I'm with Ate Julie. And for today's episode, ang i-discuss namin is how to be really healthy. So, when you say healthy, of course, in all aspects to, encompassing yung physical, emotional, mental, psychological, and spiritual. Okay, Ate Julie. Let's go straight to the point. Are you healthy now? Do you think you're healthy? And why? Wow, pang Miss Universe. I'll go.
Feeling ko I can say I'm not entirely the definition of a healthy human being, pero I am really trying. Like, I'm fixing my routines. I'm trying to supplement my body with enough nutrients, yung mga essentials, and I'm trying hard to clear my mind of thoughts na negative, ganyan. So, I'm really trying. Ikaw
That's good. Kasi, tama, wala naman siguro tao masasabi 100% healthy ako, di ba? Kasi hindi ka na, hindi ka na. So, ako naman, of course, I can say physically, of course, hindi man ako sexy, pero wala naman akong sakit, thank God. Wala naman akong malalang iniinda. Tapos, psychologically, medyo, joke, psychologically and emotionally, I'm way into working on it. And intellectually, siguro naman. So, ngayon, we have to break down ano yung mga categories ng pagiging healthy. Kasi, di ba nga, gaya ng sabi ko kanina, a lot of people are thinking, pag sinabing healthy, katawan lang yon. Makain ako ng gulay, natutulog ako 8 hours a day, minom ako maraming tubig, nagsasanitize ako and such. Okay? So, ngayon, ang first natin pag-uusapan is psychologically.
Feeling ko, one thing that would really help us to be mentally stable and mentally healthy is unang-una is to rid ourselves or try to rid ourselves of the negative things that we're absorbing, whether it's online or from the people that surrounds us. Kasi, diba, our thoughts are heavily influenced by our surroundings. So, they're saying na you have to surround yourself with people who are very supportive of what you're doing. You have to choose your friends wisely. You have to choose the people that you connect with. You can always unfollow people or toxic people that are not contributing any good to your mental well-being. Like, for example, if you have a friend online na wala nang ginawa kundi mag-criticize, kundi every time you post, he's going to comment something na that's not doing any good or wala namang sense yung sinasabi.
Okay. Ang ganda nung sinabi mo na yan. Totoo. Yung dun sa medyo highlight natin. This is sinabi mo na surround yourself with positive people online and real life. Actually, I've read something about that. Na parang minsan nag-hesitate tayo to cut people out of our lives kasi we've been together, like for example, friends natin since childhood, but it doesn't matter. Pag hindi na talaga siya healthy or the person's not doing any good to you, it's okay to let go, diba? Huwag natin pang hinayangan yung years ng friendship and all that. Kasi sometimes people na we've known for short time lang, minsan sila pa yung, yung nakakatulong sa atin sa good for us. And also, I would also want to highlight, this is sinabi mong positive people na na good for you. I think those people are the people who can understand you. They can reassure you if you are not okay, without any judgment. Though mahirap talaga magkwento na the person won't judge you beforehand, but you have to be very wise in maging selective ka sa pagpili ng tao na kapag nagkukwento ka, hahayaan ka muna niya magkwento, iintindihan ka niya, or minsan kahit hindi niya, for example, as women, we have sometimes anxiety or mental breakdowns, emotional breakdowns. There are people kasi na they are not aware of what's happening with you, or they don't understand what you're going through because they've never experienced that. But that doesn't mean that they don't care at you. So minsan, may mga tao na hindi nila alam paano ka i-pacify, hindi nila alam paano ka i-reassure. But then again, if they're willing naman to be educated or malaman nila what you're going through, I think there's no reason for them para alisin natin sila. Kasi minsan, ako dati ugali ko yan, parang hindi naman ako nare-reassure niyan, hindi nga magaling mag-pacify yan. Pero as long as the person is willing naman na it's okay, paintindi mo sa akin ano yung nangyayari. That's okay. You can still be friends or be connected with that person. Yun. Ano pa? Toxic positivity. I think we've talked about that in our first episode. Ngayon, bigyan natin siya ng highlight.
Which
ano ba
one?
yung toxic positivity?
Toxic positivity.
Mm-mm.
Kasi diba, there are times na we acknowledge our feelings and then we tell select people about it. Na parang I'm very anxious about this specific topic, or I'm kind of stressed because of everything that's happening around the world, and then kapag kinuwento mo yung mga ganong side or emotional thoughts mo, other people kasi they tend to, I don't know, pero some people they are saying na alam mo, just be thankful that you're under the safety of your own roof. You can eat 3 times a day. You have all these privileges. So why are you feeling like that? Parang ganun kasi sila na parang, hindi ba just because I have all these privileges, ibig sabihin ba I can't feel what I'm feeling right now? Parang I don't have the right to be anxious. Kasi it's something you can't control di ba? Na
exactly.
With everything that's happening, hindi mo talaga maiiwasan na you're going to be scared a lot of times, and you don't know what's gonna happen in the future, especially now na with everything that's happening with the pandemic, parang a lot of our plans are being affected. What about your future plans na you've had it all laid out tapos biglang maapektuhan ng mga current events? So, of course, with such examples na factors that are bothering you mentally, kailangan mo ng outlet. And it's very sad na for some people, minsan lang sila magkwento, and medyo pag minalas ka, na yung mga napagkwentuhan mo, yun pa yung sasabihin sa'yo. You know what, just be grateful. Just think happy thoughts. Be positive. It's not helping also. Kasi parang those, I mean for me, those are not the right words to say for someone who's suffering from anxiety. Also, one good example of toxic positivity is how you treat yourself. Like for example, you know that something's bothering you, pero at the same time, you don't want to acknowledge it. Na parang, I'm really happy right now. I'm very grateful. And you just go about sharing it online, pero deep inside, you know you're not okay. You're putting up this kind of facade for people to see that you're still the sunshine that you are, na you're not feeling any negative thoughts about what's happening.
That you are right, actually. Again, we were raised as Filipinos. It's part of our culture to be resilient. And of course, we when we attend like worship services at church, we were taught to be resilient, to always look on the brighter side, which is correct. Actually, walang mali doon. Tama na maging positive ka, na you think this is just a phase. But again, ang hina-highlight kasi dito sa toxic positivity is the moment na you suppress your emotion. So, para sa akin, the right thing to do is you allow yourself to feel the emotion at that moment. Or sa friends nyo, halimbawa may nag-rant sa inyo na napakayaman niya, very privileged siya, tapos halimbawa may anxiety siya. Hayaan yung maramdaman niya muna yun. Okay, iyak ka dyan. That's fine. You are normal. Normalizing thing, actually, that's one thing I've learned sa seminar na inatenan ko last week, mental health aid seminar siya, na when you normalize the emotion, nagiging less yung pagiging paranoid ng tao. Kasi naiisip niya,
Okay.
okay, I'm not
Yeah.
alone. Normal pala yung nararamdaman ko. Hindi pala ako nababaliw kasi hindi
Mhm.
lang ako yung nakakaranas nun. And then after you acknowledge the emotion of your friend or if you're talking to, let's say, kapatid mo or whatever, ang swerte-swerte mo, nakakakain ka pa. Huwag
Yeah.
ganon. Hayaan mo siyang maramdaman. After yung maramdaman na may nakakaintindi, tsaka mo sabihin na, alam mo, pero lagi mong isipin, we are lucky, di ba? Kasi at least, na ang naging reaction niya, hindi ako in-invalidate ng kaibigan ko. Naiintindihan man pala ako. And to those people naman na ano yun, yung parang ako nga, ganito yung pinagdadaanan ko. Yung kino-compare nila yung pinagdaanan nila sa mga
Which is
pinagdadaanan
not
natin.
good.
We appreciate naman na you're doing that kasi you want us to think that we are not alone. But sometimes, yung goal kasi natin tama, pero yung way how we said it, hindi ganun eh. Malaking factor kung paano natin siya sinabi compared dun sa content nung sinasabi natin. O, diba? Yun. So, we have to be mindful of that.
I think,
Sobrang true yun.
I think before, I've shared something similar to you na parang sobrang perfect ng what you said kasi there's this one friend na we both know na super close kami and most of the time, I am the listener. Parang every time she has problems,
Okay.
she tells me and I listen, I give advice, I understand. And then very rare lang yung times na mag-share ako sa kanya ng things that bothers me. Tapos sobrang nakaka-off yung ganong feeling na minsan na nga lang ako mag-share. But then the way she responds is ako nga ang na-experience ko ganito Tapos hindi lang ikaw yung ganyan. So parang in a way, if hindi ko siya ganun kakilala, I know her intentions are good. I know that she's just trying to say na you just have to be grateful because other people has it worse. Pero kasi the way she delivers it, parang in that moment, I realized na, wait, di ba it's supposed to be my time? It's supposed to be me talking to you. And di ba dapat nakikinig ka? Then why are we talking about you? Why is it about you? So parang ganon yung feelings.
To be sensitive enough, di ba sabi mo nga, we have to be mindful. We have to be sensitive as well. Again, kasi minsan talaga we have the right intention, pero hindi natin naayos ng salita. Kaya, instead of hurting our friend instead of pacifying or reassuring them. Okay? And then, another thing about psychological practices. I want to share what I've read. I'm not, di ba, lent you a book yung How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. So, si Dale Carnegie, he has another book, yung How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. Merong quotes doon na kinuha siya from, I'm not sure if it's Plato or Socrates, kasi I forgot the exact word. Pero ang content doon, sabi, ang common mistake ng tao is ginagamot natin yung katawan natin. For example, may sakit tayo, may cancer, kunwari. Ginagamot mo yung katawan mo, pinapainom mo ng gamot, tinitherapy mo, pero yung mind mo, hindi mo ginagamot. Very wrong yun. What do you mean by hindi mo ginagamot? Inaalaw mo yung negativity, sinusurround mo yung sarili mo sa mga taong wala namang makakatulong, hindi ka nagpapatingin sa psychiatrist, psychologist. Very wrong yun. Kasi our body and our mind, isang katawan lang yan Hindi dapat hiwala yung paggagamot dyan. So, right now, we're done discussing about psychological health. Ngayon naman, intellectually, what can we do para maging balance yung information na tinatanggap natin?
When it comes to practices that we can do para ma-feed yung intellectual side natin, I think we can always go back to the basics of reading. Kasi, di ba, we mentioned before na a lot of people right now, since they scroll through social media most of the time, that the things that they read are just snippets or they tend to skim on the information without really reading through the details. So, feeling ko, one good practice is to read some articles, some news articles maybe, every day. Kahit 1 to 2 articles lang na you can read through your phones na nadadaanan mo every day. That's one good thing. And another one is to also, I mean, not everyone's a reader, I know, but a book might be really helpful. Just, you can try to encourage yourself to finish a book kahit within the span of 2 months or a month. You have to give yourself some goal. Because what I do right now, 'di ba? I mean, not every day I have time for reading because we tend to get busy sa work, sa mga pinagkakaabalahan nating hobbies. But what I do is every day I require myself to read a few chapters a day. I have to make it a daily habit para maging matrain yung brain natin to accept information, to analyze information, to imagine also if we're reading fictions. And it's a way of practice na if we read more, our brains will know more. Parang it's
Totoo.
back to the basics.
Mm-mm.
Ikaw ba?
Oo. Yan, tama. Gusto ko din i-highlight yung sinabi mo na not everyone is a reader. So, not everyone talaga is mapu-force mo to read. Siguro those people kasi, I read when I saw a book na interesting for me. Pero I'm not like a bibliophile like you. Pero I read pag gusto ko. Ako naman, may nabasa ako before na parang, you don't read a book just because a lot of people are reading it. So, parang for example, itong libro na to, bestseller. Ang daming nagbabasa. Yung idol ko binabasa to. It doesn't mean na kailangan puwersahin mo rin yung sarili mo na basahin yung libro na yun. Kasi it's not your it's not your genre. Bakit mo pipilitin yung sarili mo? Diba? Another thing is sa book. For example, itong buong book na to, it doesn't necessarily mean na kailangan basahin ko siya mula umpisa. No. Ako kasi yung ginagawa ko minsan when I sometimes borrow a book from a friend, meron na ako isang, halimbawa, meron na akong chapter na gusto doon. Tapos babasahin ko yung buong yun. Tapos yung iba, saka ko na siya babasahin. So, wag mo siyang puwersahin na kailangan cover to cover, mabasa mo siya lahat. At least, kuha ka lang ng important details. Tapos, doon naman sa sinabi mo kanina na when you read fiction, nagiging yung imagination mo, mas yung creative thinking mo lumalawak. I would want to highlight mo na when we feed information to our brains, make sure it's balanced, right? What do we mean by balance? So for example, books that we are reading, films that we are watching, speakers na pinapakinggan natin, maganda yung diverse yung topic. So, ito, fiction. Kasi pag sa fiction, matututo akong mas maging good writer. Diba? Pag nagbabasa ka ng fiction, mas yung vocabulary mo lumalawak. Plus, yung empathy ko, mas lumalalim kasi I put myself in the character's shoe. Tapos, way din yan to escape from the reality. Let's say, fed up ka sa work, tapos magbabasa ka, nakaka-relax. Diba? Kaya nga people nowadays are parang talagang sobrang fan na fan sila ng K-drama kasi Koreans are very good in creating dramas na talagang very, imaginative talaga. That's it. Now, if you feel yourself naman na parang, teka, I'm living inside my head na, parang di na realistic yung thoughts ko. That's the time that you will feed your mind with information na realistic naman. So, you can start watching mga crimes, mga government na yung mga series na pang-government, ganyan, news, current events, documentaries. By that way, hindi ka sobrang realistic na parang wala ka man lang ka-fairy tale sa buhay mo, sabi nga ng iba. At hindi ka rin naman yung parang you live inside your head na parang masyado ka namang idealistic. Diba? Again, ang tao may dalawang face lagi yan eh. May idealistic side, may realistic side. It's okay to be idealistic, but then again, make sure na yung ways or yung strategies mo how to achieve that goal is realistic. Diba? Dalawa yan. Yin-yang yan. Dapat nagbabalance yung information. And speaking of information na tinitake natin, sino ba yung mga usually pina-follow mo sa Instagram or sa Twitter? Sino yung mga influencers na usually inaano mo?
Sige. So, since you mentioned about having a balanced way of accepting or absorbing information na not too realistic, not too idealistic. So, maybe I can share something na would help us relate to the real side of the world, and at the same time would help us escape from what's happening in the world. So, una, doon muna tayo sa realistic and more on informational side. If you wanted to be updated, ako kasi for me, it's very important that you know what is happening around the world. You have to be updated on the current events, and you have to also analyze what's happening. You have to be aware. It's a matter of being aware. So, the one thing I get my news from, and at the same time, some opinions, you can follow on Instagram Time. I mean, everyone knows Time magazine, right? And if you just wanted to para magkaroon ng snippets of what's happening around. They post realistic photos. They post photos and then have a very short caption lang to give you the gist of what's happening. And it's up to you na if you wanted to read the full article on their website. So Time Magazine is a very good one. So that's for the real side. Another one. I think not I know not everyone's into business, pero if you're familiar with Bloomberg Business Week,
Yeah, Bloomberg,
yeah,
I follow
they
Bloomberg.
it's not really entirely or purely business kasi they also post updates. Natutuwa ako kasi like for example, kanina or yesterday, ang sinusundan kong story is about SpaceX, si Elon Musk. Kasi yesterday or that's Saturday na it was the first time that we launched humans into space, and it's because of Elon Musk, yung founder ng SpaceX. So when you follow those type of accounts, you kind of follow specific stories na they post updates about it parang every now and then. Di ba, a lot of people right now, fina-follow yung NASA, di ba? Kasi we kind of romanticize things about space, things about the stars and the galaxies. That's why we follow NASA. So parang ito naman, parang version siya ng NASA, but it focuses on the things that are happening in the world, around the globe. So yun, Bloomberg Business Week, ang dami kong sinabi. Bloomberg Business Week, Time Magazine, that's two. And if you want entertainment also, since nauuso ngayon yung mga short comics online na very entertaining, this one is about positivity and some good reads. The Oatmeal, it's on Instagram. I-follow mo yun. Sobrang gaganda ng pinopost nila kasi parang very light comic strips about real scenarios, pero they kind of have a way of translating it into something that's very light lang, na absorbable and entertaining. If you're aware, kilala mo si Lunar Baboon?
Hindi.
Ayun, i-follow mo rin yun. Parang ano siya, comic strip art account din that posts or create stories about positivity. Tapos, meron siyang characters na fini-feature doon father and son. Tapos, yun lagi yung characters niya. Tapos, in different scenarios that are relevant to what's happening. And, last na, sorry. I know you like this also. Humans of New York. I really love reading through their posts. Kasi, di ba, it's real stories. Tapos, it captures different emotions from different scenarios.
Thank you for that. Since you've shared a lot of pages na makakatulong for us, fiction, non-fiction, news, inspirational. Ako naman, I would want to share mga siguro tao na lang. Wag ng page. Kasi yung page masyado tayo ng tao. Okay, so for local, right now, I'm following I'm also watching Joy Spring podcast. Actually, isa siya sa nag-motivate why I'm doing a podcast because of her. Sobrang idol ko si Joy Spring. Napaka galing niyang mag-post, very articulate, Joy Spring, when it comes to adulting, shots of sanity. Bianca Gonzalez, paano ba to? Diba? Adulting, finance, being a mom. Well, we're not a mom, pero ang ganda.
Okay, I'll take note of that.
Pero hindi ka masyadong, I'm not sure if you're familiar. Siya yung nag-arrange ng mga travels ng mga most of the artistas and mga high personality. Miss Angeli Dab. Sobrang ina-admire ko siya. She's Indian, actually. She doesn't have a Filipino blood. Pero, she started doing her business at the age of 18 or 19. Tapos, mag-isa lang siya doon. She's been through like 52 countries or 53 countries. And then last January, she went to Antarctica.
Wow.
Nilaunch niya yung Antarctica. So, ngayon, sobrang pina-follow ko siya kasi grabe yung mindset niya when it comes to business, finances. Tapos sobrang, i-share ko lang yung highlight niya na pinakagusto kong, hindi ko makakalimutan sinabi niya na whenever that she wants to do something and she feels demotivated, she always think na common sense, no one's gonna do that for you. So, for example, you want to lose weight, you can't just tell your friend, hey, friend, mag-workout ka para ako pumayat. Or gusto mong yumaman, you can't tell your mom, ma, mag-work ka dyan, mag-business ka para yumaman ako. No one's gonna do that for you. She's a girl boss. Grabe.
Nice.
Tapos, yung pumunto niyang, meron siyang interview kay Joy Spring, nag-podcast sila. Meron siyang interview na, yung employees niya, kasi yung office niya nasa Mandaluyong 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. lang yung pasok. Kasi gusto niya na magkaroon ng work and balance yung mga employees niya. Kasi every year, tinitreat niya sa kung saang lugar, South Korea, ganyan-ganyan. Basta ang galing! Lahat na ng bansa tsaka continent na puntahan niya, all by herself. Started siya punta-punta around the world 15. Like, she went to France, US, mag-isa lang siya. Sobrang galing. Tapos, yan yung local. Tapos, yung isa naman, siguro sa international, of course, we are aware of Prince E, Jay Shetty, motivational speakers, Jay Shetty. Sobrang gusto ko yung mga...
He has a podcast also.
Niya. Exactly. Tapos si Prince E, si Matthew Hussey, pagdating sa dating. I love Matthew Hussey. And then, of course, TED Talks. I love TED Talks. Local man yan, TED Diliman, TED Admo, or TED Xavier, or abroad man yan. We love TED Talks. So, alright, so right now, we will proceed naman on how to manage our emotions. So, we're done discussing psychological, intellectual. Ngayon naman, emotional. I'm not quite sure if we are the right people to give advice on managing our emotions because we ourselves are also emotional human beings. It's very important talaga na the way you empathize with the person. Kasi may 3 types tayo ng empathy. Share ko lang.
Yeah.
Diba? Before, na-overwhelm ako. Parang hindi ko alam, naaapektuhan din ako. Which is mali pala yun. Hindi pala tama na naman niya. Apart from the emotions and empathy, you have to be logical, you have to be objective, and you have to be practical then when it comes to solving the issue. Kasi hindi lang tayo puro emosyon na ipapamper-pamper mo yung tao. After mo siyang i-reassure, meron kang objective ways na maitutulong sa kanya paano niya masosolve yung problema niya. So, ano bang mga ginagawa ko? May friend ako dati na katrabaho ko siya. Binigyan niya ako ng advice. Sabi niya sa akin, para daw ma-less ko yung pagiging overwhelmed sa emotions ko. Ito nakakatulong ko sa social media. For example, when someone texted you or nag-message sa'yo na very emotional yung content, give yourself 12 minutes before you phone. So, bawa, may kaaway ka kunwari, or you're in a relationship, nag-aaway ka ng boyfriend mo, or whatever, na best friend mo, may na-reply siyang sobrang nasaktan ka, or nagulat ka. Give yourself 12 minutes to think ano yung i-reply mo. Kasi, I know this is cliche and very gas-gas, pero don't make any decisions talaga when you're in that emotion. Pag galit ka, pag masaya ka, kasi hindi rational yung thinking mo kapag andun yung damdamin sa'yo. Ikaw ba? Anong ginagawa mo to manage your emotions?
Actually, that's a very good advice and that's what I am trying to practice, really. Kasi, okay, medyo guilty ako when it comes to reacting right away when I'm at the peak of my emotions. Pero I'm really proud of myself kasi I'm working on it and I can see progress. Pero before, sobrang lala ko na when I receive text messages or as you mentioned, when I receive comments or maybe DMs that's so emotional, what I tend to do is reply right away with the same intensity of emotions or even more aggressive pa. Kasi parang it's kind of a trigger na if you don't really pause and think about it, tapos nag-reply ka agad, it will be an endless argument. Mas tatagal, mas magdi-deepen yung dent na you're doing to your relationship. And what I do, take a minute or two to reflect and think about everything. And of course, we have to understand where they're coming from. We have to also understand why they said such things. So, ayun, take a minute to reflect on the things, to analyze, maybe even write down your thoughts. What I do, this can be very helpful to everyone also. If I'm going to type my reply na alam kong medyo long and explanatory and I'm trying to explain myself, isusulat ko muna siya or itatype ko muna siya on my notepad. And then I'll go on and parang i-revisit ko and then i-edit ko because maybe this part is too emotional, maybe this part is not necessary. And then kapag medyo sure na ako on how I'll respond, that's the time when I'm going to send my reply. So parang you have to do it
Tama.
dun sa time na kalmado ka na hindi ka na at the peak of your emotions.
Exactly.
That's very helpful.
Exactly.
Ayun.
Totoo.
It's one way of managing.
Ginagawa ko din yung sinabi mo, yung i-draft mo muna, lalo na kapag nobela yung reply mo, dina-draft ko muna, syempre check mo muna, baka sobrang harsh na nung sinasabi mo.
Yeah.
And also, I would want to, highlight yung sinabi mo na, you have to empathize, you have to understand what it feels like. One thing I've realized lately is that, importante talaga yung naiintindihan mo yung tao. Alam mo kung bakit? Kasi, you can never be patient with someone if you don't understand them. I mean, kahit gaano mo kamahal yung isang tao, let's say, kapatid mo yan, magulang mo, anak mo yan, pag hindi mo siya naiintindihan, kumbaga, ito yung galit niya, and then where the galit is coming from, like, what is the root of all that anger, what's the trigger, if you don't understand, iiksi yung pasensya mo, magagalit ka na, maiirita ka. Ano ba yan? Ano ba problema mo? Ba't ka gaganyan-ganyan ka? Pero kapag nagigets mo, like you fully understand where they're coming from, why are they being like that, kahit gusto mo na manapak, makakalma ka. Okay, nakakainis ka, but again, I understand you, kaya mo to ginagawa kasi ito ka. And it's very important din talaga na when we have new friends, we have to know their background, their family background, what's their child look being like. Kaya pag, sa relationships, when you enter relationships, I don't have a boyfriend, but I think that's what I will do. Aalamin ko yung pagkabata niya, how you were raised by your parents. Kasi para alam ko, kasi mamaya, meron na pala akong nasasabi or nagagawa na nakakapagpa-trigger sa'yo kasi it's either something na hindi mo yan naranasan ng childhood ka or traumatized ka dyan. So, again, it's very important that you fully understand the person. So, yon, at least dun sa emotional, medyo nakapagbigay tayo ng tips. Final natin is, eto na, physically, how do we maintain our physical body health? Any tips? Okay, we're not experts, okay? We're not gym rats, we're not nutritionists, okay? Don't quote us lagi. Our routine might not work for you. So, again, what we're telling is what worked for us or what is working for us, okay? So, disclaimer yon. Baka ito sabi nito, inumin daw to, hindi naman pala effective, mga ganon. So, yan.
Eto, the things that I do to stay active and sort of keep a healthy well-being or a healthy lifestyle. And the first thing is you have to spend time on working out, whether it's a walk around the neighborhood or onting jog lang or maybe an indoor workout. Pero a lot of researches, a lot of studies in science, they already prove na having physical workouts are very good to maintain a healthy mental state. So I believe in sweating. Kasi a little sharing lang of experiences. Pero whenever I feel anxious or whenever I feel stressed, I make sure na the day after, I start my day with sweating or with a workout, a mini workout lang. kasi it relieves anxiety. It's backed by science naman na. So, you have to
Exactly.
find a workout that's going to work for you. Ayun. And then, another thing that I am trying to explore ngayon is mindfulness meditation, if you're aware with it, sa mga nakikinig. It's kind of a branch of meditation that lets you focus on your breathing. Kasi we know that it's very important for us to be mindful on the things that we are doing. And it all starts with being mindful dun sa paghinga mo. And it's the very basic thing. I have an app na guides me through it kasi I'm not a professional. I don't know how to do it properly. Pero it's called Calm app. It looks like this. Hindi nag-e-ed. Ganon. I think it's a very helpful tool for us to have a healthy mental state. Some meditation. Kasi it helps us focus on our thoughts, ma-organize natin yung mga naiisip natin. Ayun. That's a start. Also, don't forget to take your vitamins. Kasi as we all know, we don't eat healthy all the time. Hence, we're not getting the right amount of nutrients that we need. So, ako, I believe in the power of drinking your vitamins.
So since you've shared about workouts and deep meditations na may app kang shinare, thank you for that. And for the vitamins. So, lagpasan na natin yon. Doon tayo ako kasi naman, dito sa bahay, they're very organic. So, sa workout, I'm trying to lose weight now. So, every day since it's quarantine, I'm trying to do workout 20 to 30 minutes. Cardio, and then sa abs, like yung planking and all that, mountain climber and such. Tapos, totoo yung sinabi mo talaga na it reduces anxiety and stress yung pag-workout. So, ngayon, hindi ako hirap. Of course, nahirapan ako. Huwag tayong plastic, mag-workout. But then again, pag iniisip ko na, hey, kapag nag-workout ako, magiging maayos yung mood ko for the whole day, hindi ako magiging grumpy, I would continue doing that. So that's my workout. Nothing special. I'm not enrolled to any gym or fitness coach kasi mahal lang yung mga yon. So I just watch YouTube videos and then I just follow them. Tapos, pagkain naman, hindi naman tayo perfect na puro gulay, prutas. Like what you've said, it's not always healthy. So, we have to have the balanced diet. I'm not a nutritionist, but when we say balanced diet, it's not pure, super healthy, and it's not puro mga fast food. So, when you say balance, of course, you eat healthy foods like vegetables, fruits, tea, ganyan. Tapos, kakain ka din ng mga, cheat day, kinakain mo sa cheat day, like burger, pizza, para lang hindi ka ma-deprive. Kasi minsan, psychologically, nag-crave ka din. Huwag ka naman masyadong madamot sa sarili mo. So, that's it. Doon naman sa mga ininom, I don't eat vegetable. It's very ironic that we're talking about being healthy, but I'm not eating any vegetable. I just eat kalabasa. That's it. So, ako, ang ginagawa namin ni Mama, nagbe-blend kami ng avocado, ng celery. So, iniinom ko yun. Dinitiis ko talaga. Tapos, malunggay. Fresh malunggay and guyabano, pakukuluan, and then I'll drink that 2 times a day. So, ganon. Apart from vitamins, kasi nagka-ascorbic acid din ako, mahilig talaga ako sa fresh fruits na biniblend. Yung mga grapes, strawberries, ganyan, apple, mangga. Apple and mango, everyday ako kumakain yan kasi hindi ako kumain ng gulay. Tapos, kung talagang gusto niyo mag-invest, yes talaga. I drink apple cider vinegar every morning before I eat my breakfast kasi it's good for your digestion. And then, I drink yung water with chia seeds. I know there's a lot of people who are drinking na may kasamang chia seeds. So, it's good. It's rich in fiber, good for your digestion then. And, then, if you have marami kang pera, you can go using, magamit ka na lang ng brown rice instead of white rice, and honey instead of sugar, and Himalayan salt instead of iodized salt. But again, hindi ko pa yan nagagawa ngayon. Doon muna tayo sa chia seeds, tsaka apple cider vinegar. And intermittent fasting. I do intermittent
you do
fasting
that
ngayon.
also?
So, yun lang naman. And I do that. I have my first meal 11 a.m. and then my last meal at 6 p.m. So, from 6 p.m. to 11 a.m. next morning, wala akong kinakain. Puro water lang. So, I hope talaga pumayat ako. Yun lang. Again, and lastly pala, before we forget, we have to be healthy spiritually then, of course.
Mhm.
We always
Yeah.
pray during these times. Talagang kailangan mag-pray, and of course, us, INC members, be active and be mindful then what we share in social media and such. So, yun lang. Ano pa ba? That's it. I think sana may na-share ulit kami sa inyo. For any suggestions na gusto nyong i-discuss namin, you can comment whatever you want. Huwag na kami ibabash kasi neophytes kami. Yun lang. Bye-bye!
Thanks for listening until the end of this episode.
We do hope you got something out of it. Don't forget to follow or subscribe. Thanks for supporting.
Ha ha ha! Ta-na-na-na-nan! Tick-tick-tock! Tick-tick-tick-tock!
Let's get scratching.